Welcome to Saw Masters, the final frontier of wood power. From felling giant trees to unstoppable machines tearing through the wilderness, this is raw power in motion. Get ready. Welcome to Saw Masters. The REX 600X Firewood Beast vertical log splitter, true to its name, is a powerful, high-capacity machine built to dominate firewood production with speed and precision. Massive logs are piled high onto the loading deck of the trailer, waiting to enter the machine. One by one, the logs are pushed forward into the splitting zone, where a stainless steel blade hangs high above, ready to strike. With a swift and forceful downward motion, the blade slices each log into clean, uniform sections, each split falling neatly to the ground. Immediately after splitting, the smaller wood pieces are automatically lifted onto a conveyor belt, which transports them efficiently to a nearby wood collection area. The entire process, from raw timber to stacked firewood, unfolds in a seamless flow. The sharp clang of steel meeting, combined with the soft hum of conveyor movement and wood.
Subscribe to the channel for more.
The Series 8000 wood cutting and splitting machine works tirelessly in a vast lumber yard. The worker attentively controls the machine, syncing perfectly with its relentless roar. Each precise cut, every powerful push splits the wood decisively, without pause. The split logs are carried by the conveyor, piling up into a small mountain of timber nearby, a testament to perseverance in the fusion of human strength with machinery. The massive log is gradually pushed toward the sharp splitting blade, which slowly sinks in and tears through the wood fibers relentlessly, shredding the log into splinters without mercy. Splitting wood in the snow, Eastonmade and old processors. In the quiet stillness of a snowy field, the Eastonmade firewood processor hums gently. There's no shouting, no struggle, just the rhythmic sound of hydraulics and the satisfying crack of wood breaking in the crisp winter air. A man, bundled in thick layers, walks calmly to the loading platform. A hydraulic lift raises a heavy log, letting it roll into position with little effort. With a flick of the control lever, the circular saw slices cleanly through the log, smooth and sharp. The hydraulic ram slides forward, pushing the fresh cut into the splitting wedge. In a single motion, the steel blade drops and divides the wood into perfect segments, almost like clockwork. No heavy lifting, no wasted energy. The machine works like a seasoned woodsman, turning a once tough chore into an effortless dance of steel and timber. Split firewood glides down the conveyor, stacking neatly in the snow, precision wrapped in frost. At a vast lumber yard, the brute force 24 to 30 HD log splitter powers through with immense strength. Large logs are firmly positioned on the splitting bed, and each decisive cut slices the wood cleanly and precisely. The sharp steel wedge, driven by high hydraulic pressure, swiftly tears the logs into neatly split pieces. With every downward stroke, fine wood chips fly wildly, creating a white cloud of dust around the machine. The continuous thuds echo loudly, blending with the roaring engine to produce a vibrant, energetic soundtrack. The operation runs smoothly and rhythmically, from loading the logs, pushing them into the wedge, to scattering the split wood pieces, all happening in an unbroken flow. The power of the brute force 24 to 30 HD is evident in every cut, strong, precise, and highly efficient. The log splitter moves as if pre-programmed. Each section of wood is cut cleanly, each billet split with rhythmic precision. Everything flows in perfect sync, no rush, no hesitation. It's as if the machine understands its purpose, executing each phase with methodical calm and mechanical grace. No instructions needed, no pauses, just a continuous flow of work, carried by the quiet authority of steel and engine. The Thor log splitter represents a bold fusion of machine power and human strength. A semi-manual wood processor designed to handle massive, stubborn logs using both mechanical advantage and skilled hands. At one end of the unit, a fixed splitting blade stands firmly in place, ready to receive each heavy timber. But on the opposite end, there is no automatic piston. Instead, there's a long lever arm, designed for the operator to manually lift and press down, transferring their body weight and force directly onto the wood. As the worker brings the lever down, the log is forced against the wedge, and with a cracking sound, it begins to split slowly but firmly. Each motion is a blend of human control and mechanical assistance. Not fast, but deliberate and effective. The Thor splitter isn't built for high-speed production lines. It's built for those who value control, precision, and adaptability, especially when dealing with oversized or irregular logs that require more finesse than brute automation.
What's great about it, that I like so far, is that it's very balanced, so you're not twisting your spine, and the motion is very nice. But also, it's aerobic. You can see, you can move the head to one side and press the spring down, and that stores energy in the split. And then you push it up, and so you're using your leg muscles and your core muscles a lot more. Because there's some hinge. You can aim it a little bit, so you don't have to have the wood in exactly the right position. But you have to be a little careful that it doesn't bonk you, because it is on a spring.
Let's go get the chicken nipples.
I think it would be a really good tool for two people to use together. One person could set the wood in, and the other person could just sit here and work it up and down like that, and do a lot of chopping very fast. Do you think that would scare you? So now I'm going to do a much harder one, just show you that there is a limit to, so this one, zoom in on this one and see that it is a crotch in the tree.
The T190 would splitter rumbles steadily across the cluttered log yard, its tracks grinding over compacted soil and scattered sawdust. As it approaches each massive log lying on the ground, a steel arm extends like a mechanical claw, lifting the log with force and precision, setting it squarely onto the saw blade's path. Without delay, the saw blade drops sharply, slicing through the trunk with a piercing screech. Instantly, the freshly cut log is pushed into the splitting mechanism. Razor-sharp blades cleave the wood into neat, uniform pieces, clean and swift as if the log offered no resistance. The split pieces tumble to the ground with heavy, echoing thuds, piling into orderly stacks, a testament to the machine's relentless power and unwavering precision. A large round log is carefully secured in place by the man. He lowers the lever, and immediately the machine automatically pushes the log toward the sharp splitting blade. The blade swiftly and decisively cuts through, splitting the log into clear sections. This is a manual wood splitter operated by a mechanism that combines human effort with automatic pushing, blending tradition and technique. SplitEx 450, 5T Yanmar, fiery red power with a sharp hydraulic arm. The SplitEx 450, painted in striking red, stands like a warrior amidst the woodpile. Its powerful, agile hydraulic arm is equipped with a razor-sharp splitting blade, ready to deliver precise, decisive cuts. The operator smoothly maneuvers the arm, placing each log on a sturdy platform. The splitter blade swiftly descends, pressing forcefully into the rough trunk, the sound of cracking wood echoing through the air. Running quietly yet powerfully, the 5-ton hydraulic system combines strength and precision, transforming large, tough logs into neatly squared firewood pieces, ready for any use. LASCO LA Split D1-10, a steel arm and a conical wedge made to tear giants apart. Mounted on a heavy-duty hydraulic arm, the LASCO LA Split D1-10 cone splitter spins with brutal power. The hardened steel cone, thick, sharp, and relentless, slowly presses down into a log up to 60 centimeters in diameter. These are massive trunks, the kind that demand respect. No conveyor, no base, just steel and torque. The arm lowers precisely, the cone bites into the log and starts to spiral inward. You hear the crack, fibers ripping apart, as if the wood is being split from the inside out. In moments, the log fractures, halved, then quartered, cleanly and completely. The LASCO D1-10 doesn't rush. It doesn't hesitate. It simply rips through giant logs like it was made for titans. The Dallin 2054 operates relentlessly, like a steel warrior tirelessly processing wood. The man standing beside the machine firmly lowers the control lever with decisive force, each saw stroke slicing deep into the log with absolute precision, no sign of error or deviation. As soon as the saw blade finishes its task, the sharp splitting blade quickly follows through, delivering a powerful steel punch that divides the thick log into evenly sized firewood pieces measured down to the millimeter. The sharp clash of steel against wood echoes rhythmically, creating a unique symphony where machine and human strength blend seamlessly. Each perfectly split piece is immediately pushed onto the conveyor and quickly arranged by the worker, preparing for the next transport journey. Everything operates like a perfectly synchronized machine, from the craftsman's hands to the smallest details of the machine, combining power, technique, and flawless harmony. At a large timber yard, dozens of round logs lie neatly in rows, silently awaiting their turn. Amidst the dust and sawdust-filled air, a red log splitter stands out, a glowing block of machinery ready for work. One log is lifted onto the machine's table and slowly pushed toward the circular saw. A man manually lowers the blade, his movements firm and steady. With a decisive pull, the blade slices through the log, which is then pushed onward into the splitting wedge. In moments, the large timber is transformed into clean, uniform billets, each piece fitting perfectly, as if molded by precision itself. Our MEC Wyronisto Boy, a minimalist firewood machine, stripped down yet brutally efficient. There's no table, no support platform, just raw ground and rough logs lying in wait. And then, from the body of the RMEC, curved steel hooks extend like claws, ripping the log with unforgiving force. Clack! The metal clamps tighten, and the log is pulled forward with sudden power. No fancy lifting, no rollers. Every motion depends on the brutal grip and push of pure mechanics. The log slides straight into the cutting zone, where hardened blades stand ready. In an instant, it's sliced, split, and forced into the next stage. Everything happens with surgical precision. No wasted movement, no hesitation. Our MEC. Why works like a predator, clean, fast, and merciless. A tall log stands upright, firmly planted within the splitter's core. Gone is the roaring circular saw. Instead, powerful pushes from the machine and a razor-sharp blade take over. The blade, like a cold sword, slices through the wood fibers, cleaving the trunk into multiple slender strips. The once sturdy logs seem to tremble in fear before the relentless power of the blade, as if bowing down to an unbeatable conqueror. Homemade firewood processor, dust-covered, worn down, but splitting wood with the confidence of a machine built to endure. It's not shiny. There's no polished steel or glossy paint, just a rugged, homemade splitter standing quietly at the job site, caked in sawdust, with chips and the marks of countless working hours. Its frame is scratched, its rollers rusted, but the sliding table still runs smooth, like the heartbeat of an old, seasoned craftsman. Pre-cut logs are placed on the tray. The feed mechanism kicks in clack, and the log glides forward toward the splitting blade. No theatrics, just one decisive stroke, and the log bursts cleanly into evenly sized chunks. The sound is solid, no nonsense, a clear message. I still work. And I work well. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Not new, but reliable. This machine carries the time, sweat, and ingenuity of its maker, a true symbol of labor, creativity, and enduring toughness. In a small workshop, the homemade log splitter 1 operates powerfully and efficiently. The machine is simple yet sturdy, handcrafted with mechanical parts and a rotating shaft. Logs are carefully placed on the support bed, then gradually moved by the rotating shaft equipped with sharp blades that continuously split the logs into smaller pieces. The homemade sharp blades spin steadily, making direct contact with the wood, delivering deep and decisive cuts. With each rotation, the logs are sliced into multiple smaller parts, which fall neatly without scattering. The machine produces a steady humming sound, blending with the wood impacts to create the characteristic noise of a manual log splitter. In a small lumber yard bathed in the warm morning sunlight, the high-performance homemade log splitter is running at full capacity. The machine is carefully built with a sturdy steel frame, a rotating shaft, and sharp blades. Large logs are placed sequentially on the support bed and gradually pushed forcefully into the spinning blades. The blades spin rapidly, slicing through each log powerfully and decisively. With every cut, the logs split into neat, evenly sized pieces, with chips scattered gently without chaotic bursts. The sound of the motor blends with the rhythmic clanking of mechanical parts, creating a distinct technical symphony. Around the yard, workers diligently operate the machine and prepare firewood for upcoming days, taking advantage of the gentle sunlight. The atmosphere is peaceful yet full of life and efficiency, reflecting a traditional small yard with a modern edge. The homemade log splitter features a simple yet highly effective design, with a sharp horizontal cutting blade mounted on a sturdy steel frame. Large logs are placed on the support bed and then forcefully pushed straight into the horizontal cutting blade. As the log contacts the blade, hydraulic or mechanical pressure immediately activates, causing the blade to quickly and decisively split or slice the log into smaller pieces. The metallic clang against the wood rings clearly, blending with the cracking sounds of the split wood, creating the characteristic noise of an efficient manual splitter. Wood chips fall neatly without scattering, keeping the workspace clean and safe. The operator carefully controls the pushing lever, ensuring each cut is precise and effective. The One-Tyrex hydraulic log splitter is a modern, powerful machine designed to quickly split large and tough logs. It features a sturdy steel frame and a reliable hydraulic system that delivers strong and precise pushing force. When a log is placed on the support bed, the operator activates the hydraulic system, and powerful hydraulic pressure from the cylinder pushes down the sharp splitting wedge. The wedge rapidly descends, splitting the log into evenly sized pieces. The process is fast, continuous, and runs with minimal vibration or loud noise. The neatly split pieces are pushed out, ready for transportation. The machine operates smoothly and reduces labor effort, ideal for woodworking workshops and medium to large lumber yards.